Okay, Thursday morning in the kingdom, and it's foggy. Yes, it's been foggy all night. So we went from rain falling to, how would you say, rain standing still. Fog is moisture. Can you see it? Oh, you can feel it. Yeah. All right, this morning we woke up to +5 Celsius, but feels like +5 Celsius. Yes, another warm temperature up here. Look at those guys on the East Coast, Ontario and stuff. They got hot heat and humidity. But they also have a resale value in their property, not like up here in WHO-ville. Yes, and then on the yo-yo scale, +41, but feels like +41. Double temperatures, twins, yes, on frickin' real. So we're not sure what we're gonna do today. I don't know. It's just unreal. Another day of rain. I was scrolling back on YouTube and looking at all the videos, and it's rain, rain, rain for the last month. But it's a lot better than smoke and forest fires. Yes, oh yes, the London fog. You don't hear much about the London fog anymore. I wonder why. Because, maybe because they're really not promoting it. Because it's an environmental thing or climate change. London doesn't get fog anymore. All right, let's do a quick scroll. Can we hear how quiet it is? Oh, no Dick this morning, which I find very strange because he's always flown in these foggy conditions. Just look at that. He didn't care. He flies by his GPS. He just goes. He doesn't know how to turn or make curves or anything in that helicopter. He just holds a stick and holds her straight. Yes. Unless he's making a curve to line up straight with my house to fly over. We have film footage from last summer where he went out of his way, curved around to line up perfectly with my house. Yes. Oh, yes. Maybe Dick's realized he's got no insurance. Yeah, because insurance means nothing. So after he crashes the helicopter in my yard here, tries to kill me, or as he killed me, he's realized there's no insurance because there's 4 years of videos on TikTok and YouTube of his stupid ass flying over my yard, endangering my life. Yes. So maybe they're realizing there's no insurance. That's why we can't fly today. Yeah. Insurance means nothing. I found that out numerous times. Even when they stole my quad, trashed it, insurance means nothing. So why am I paying for it? Because I have to. It's a form of blackmail. Oh, well. All right, let's scroll this way a little bit more. We have no idea what we're going to do today. Maybe day drink or something. This is getting depressing, all this rain, moisture, mud. Unreal. The staff has got it lucky. She's in a nice warm building and stuff like that. Yes, she's not at the germ factory. Yes, hasn't been sick in over a month. Yes, we're getting full production out of her. Yes. All right, she's not a burden on society. Yes. All right, we made full rotation. All right. I think we've had enough. Let's just day drink today. I don't know what we're going to do. Oh, geez, I don't know. Oh, well, we chose to live up here, so we'll find something to do, something to amuse ourselves with. Yes, there's nothing really we can do. Oh, well, here comes the boss. He'll find something for us to do. Okay, it's kind of a nice day, still calm and quiet. Dick didn't start flying till 10 o'clock when the weather cleared. Yeah, it's very strange. He waited that long. All right, it's the staff's payday, so at her real job, so we got the jerry can set out so she can buy some gas and diesel to continue the cleanup here in the kingdom. All right, there's not much breeze. Look at the flag. Oh, my. All right, so over here, can we hear that plane, Les Nessman? It's probably 30,000 feet in the air, and we can hear it plain as day. So we got the wagon set up, and we're doing the most important thing here. We're doing a walk and talk video here, so everybody gets their exercise. So this will be a slow job unloading the wagon here. Yes, the farm wagon, because none of the trees are really straight. So you can see the curvature of the earth and everything there. So we're cutting them nice and small. Plus, we're sheeting up as we go. Ooh, maybe I'll walk to the other side. Okay, I'm on the other side now. If you can't figure that out like me, have a drink. Yeah, I'm going to have another drink because this is hard work today. All right, so we're cutting these toothpick trees, these curvature trees or banana trees or Dr. Seuss trees to get them to lay. Okay, most people when they clean the wilderness up or the tree line, they make brush piles, go back and when it's snow or rain and they burn it. We do it differently. If we're handling the tree, we handle it once. We cut it, put it on the wagon. Then to handle it twice, we take it from here, cut it into the shed, and then when the shed how would you say, it's time for firewood. It gets unloaded into the wheelbarrow or the wagon or the toboggan, yeah, in the winter, and then it's into the wood stove. So it's handled 4 times, maybe tops. Okay, so what we're doing here, we have a workstation. You set it up so you pull the wood across here and then over to here. We're using the recycled sheets as 10 because we want different heights. Okay, you have to remember, we got to get this stuff out, and the object of this whole operation is not to throw everything in here and fill up this tank shed, and, you know, how would you say, 2 loads from the wagon. We want it to lay flat. We want maximum amount of storage space, plus we want to be able to get it out of here and open and close the door. So if we open the door and it all tumbles out, we can't close the door. Well, what's the point of having it in the shed? We might as well just throw it on the ground and find it in the snow. So here we are doing the sheets. We did the bottom sheet, and then I'm using the curvature of the trees to fit nicely in here. So we have to cut them pretty small to get them to fit, but we want it to lay. Yes, we got it to lay. I had to start sheeting in because you can see in the back there, the toothpick trees weren't laying. They were starting to angle on me, so anytime we go to move it, they'll fall. Okay, we have an avalanche. I could be trapped inside here and freeze to death, you know. But the thing is, you got to work smarter, not harder. So using different sheets here, okay, over here, Les Nessman, we have lots to choose from. And you put the screw guns, self-tapping screws in right there. So we're setting the sheets up to the right height. So I can stand here and put the tree right here. Oh, and then I cut it. Look at the size of that puppy there. It was almost beyond the skill saw's limit. I don't know how that grew in the wilderness. Okay, so that's how we do it. Maybe we'll set the me phone up on the tripod to get some actual work footage for the boss. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom. Okay, all the other wagons we brought in, both of them were overloaded. They were loaded right up, but they were straight trees, and I could unload them and cut and shove in the shed in 1.5 hours. Yes, an hour and a half. But this one here is taking a lot longer because nothing is straight. Yes, nothing is straight. So I have to cut it small, and make it fit. Yes, that's the whole idea of this exercise. And also, too, since I'm going to stop for lunch, I put my skill saw and gloves in there, because as soon as I go in the house and start burning lunch, that's when the rains will come, and we'll get a heavy rain shower and everything will get soaked. So here's what we're due. You go for small and then the big ones. Yes, that's a big tree. That's about the normal size tree. All right, then you mix it in. You got to get it to lay flat, because you got to remember, when we're getting wood out of this shed, it could be minus 40 below Celsius or minus 40 below Fahrenheit. So you don't want to waste time picking up sticks or farting around or, you know, jiggling and juggling and trying to shut the door. You want to be in and out quick. Yes, just in and out, get it done, grab your wood, and then get back into the shop or at the staff's house or her house so she can, get that wood stove going and heat it up. All right, let's go have some lunch. Well, let's go burn lunch and have some lunch and relax. And looks like our co-workers, the Sandflies, will be joining us this afternoon. Look at them everywhere. Unreal. I'll be eating a few of those. Okay, the plan was to work away on the firewood, and then when it rained, I'd hide in the shop. But it kind of turned out to be a nice day. The Sandflies even showed up, just like the new generation. They don't start work till noon. Yes, nobody wants to do anything before noon. All right, so over here, we're working away. Oh, I went too fast. Even I got dizzy. And it's kind of strange. Dick is actually flying 3 times higher than usual, and he's actually flying way over past my property. Yeah, so when he crashes, he won't be on my property. So maybe he must have read Transport Canada's helicopters rules and regulations finally after 4 years. Kind of strange those that bunch, eh? All right, so we got the wagon emptied and the staff is booked. Oh, I fell in a hole. Okay, and the staff is booked for this afternoon to deliver the wagon back to the bush because I have to keep production in the bush because the dogs get 30 minutes of freedom in the bush. So me cutting trees down, that lets them wander around and investigate and sniff new smells and poop and pee everywhere else. All right, so this is how you do it. And we're working away at it. You have to get it all interlocked. So when you go to get it out in the winter, over here, this is kind of the shitty wood. Okay, half rotten, half dead, whatever. And then we toss the roots up high, okay? Roots still burn. Yes, that's a wood. So we just keep throwing it in. When we're done, this thing will be fairly loaded up pretty good. But it won't be right to the top, not like a grain bin. We could open the hatch there and throw stuff in. Then when you open the door, you'll fall right over on top of you, just like Wile the Coyote and his Acme purchases. All right, let's go have a beverage to cool down. And then once again, the skill saw with the Urban Blade performed very well. I think that's what, 12, 15 years for that saw? Oh my. Okay, after coffee in the kingdom, and the sun is still shining. It's just unreal. I actually took my sweater off, my shirt off, or whatever. I'm flexing the biceps. Yes, the 6-inch bulging biceps. The ladies just love those. All right, so we priced out a starter here. We usually run the Delco 35 MT. That's what we've been putting on the TD18s. The TD18 starter and the UD-16 starters are the same or whatever. So the price increase is just unreal. So to get a starter from Sir Rodney landed here of quality, we're probably $700. So I think we're going to have to regroup this. We might have to put a gas motor or something on to start it. I don't know. All right, so let's figure out what we're doing here. We might have to order parts. Let's figure out where we left off back in 2017. All right, so let's have a relaxing afternoon because we worked hard today cutting that wood and everything. Also, too, I have to remember I'm retired. My only goal in life is to, enjoy boobies. Okay, but my only goal in life is to finish my projects and clean up the wilderness or the kingdom here. So that's when I'm dead and gone. All my vehicles run and drive so I can have a funeral. Yes, I can have a 20-car parade with the cats and everything. Yes. No, it'll be a 40 with everything all lined up. And then it'll work out good. And then the yard's all cleaned up and everything. So let's just sit here and recycle or reminisce and figure out what we did. Seems how it's so warm here. The dogs are just basking in the sunshine and panting away. They're enjoying that heat. So that's what we're going to do now after we worked hard with that wood. Okay, the first thing we see here is we took the magneto and made it into a distributor, like a car. So we got the car coil up there. This magneto is now a distributor. So that's all it's doing is sending the spark at certain times to the spark plugs. Yes, this is the gas side of the motor. So if I spend the $700 and put a starter on the other side, I don't need the gas side here. And also too, look at that. In 2017, I put new thermostats in, which are totally wrong. Yes, wrong. Yeah, so we know that. So maybe we should restart and rethink this over. Let's not worry about the gas side of this motor at this present time. I know it runs on gas, but the diesel side there, we didn't get it to go. So we know it runs on gas. So spending time to make it work on gas is pointless because you can only run it so long and then the little valves get hot and then everything cracks. Plus with these new thermostats in there, I proved on the TD18s and the small cats this winter, we have to upgrade to a better system, because that's probably why we're cracking heads and having problems. If I remember correctly, this here are different heads, like they're pretty rare or something. So let's regroup and figure this out. Thoughts required. I'll serve the Jack Daniels. Okay, these are the TD18s, which start on gas and switch to diesel. But these are direct start diesel cats now. They're not a gas start. I removed all that. This is a TD18 known as Blaine. I paid a lot of money for him. He came from Blaine Lake, Saskatchewan. He had a rebuilt motor in it. That's why we bought him, because he had a rebuilt motor. Well, guess what? The gas side decided to, ran on gas while it was on diesel, or the gas got into the diesel when it was running, and I watched it self-destruct, and we cracked the heads or whatever on it. And after that, I said no more gas starts. Okay, so over here, this is Dooley. I wrote on here, and while it was still a gas start, do not run very long on gas. And we had valves in there and stuff like that to shut the gas off. There's supposed to be safety mechanisms when it's on diesel. It shuts the float off, shuts all that failed. Well, I watched that motor self-destruct as it was sucking the gas that was in the line. There was enough in the lines and stuff like that to destroy those heads. Okay, that's one of the reasons why I don't want this gas motor on this side. We're going to strip it all down so it's only a direct start on diesel. Also too, back in 2017, I was living a dream, okay? I don't know what I was, drinking professionally or something. But I believed that get these things started on gas and then switch them to diesel and stuff like that. But also too, we learned about the starters. We learned about a lot of things, like 2023, in the winter of 2023-24, we learned about the thermostats. You know, it only took me 40 years almost to learn about it. Also too, when your magnetos die, okay? The H4 mags on the smaller cats, the TD9s, the TD6s, have the coil wire here. Okay, so that's no problem. We just put a wire here. All right. So with these ones, all right, I learned this on my drag line. I had a Bucyrus Series 15B with a Cat D4400 motor on it. So to get the pup motor started, you spend more time trying to get that pup motor started and running than you did to actually run and operate the machine. So that's why I gave up on pup motors. If a Caterpillar machine comes in the yard with a pup motor, that thing is scrap metal right now. We toss it aside. So we learned on a job site, we were isolated, we had to have that drag line running. So we figured out how to go into the cap here and get the coil wire to go. So this plugs into up here, okay? So you can do it, you can bypass, and that's one of the things you learn at the end of the world. How to make a magneto that won't make spark to run the motor. How do you make it into a car coil or a car distributor using the car coil? So we get rid of all this crap, we take the carburetor off. It's now parts for the other cats because it uses the same float and everything. This bowl here is the same. So we can reuse and repurpose a lot of stuff. Strip this down, get those godforsaken thermostats out of there, because all those things are going to do is fall apart and then jam up, and this thing will overheat. And that's one thing we proved with the TD18s and the TD9s and TD6s this past winter. Changing it to a new style thermostat and changing the way it flows and circulates. You have to have antifreeze circulating in the motor to keep the motor cool. But when you're sitting here, it's running and you're looking at it and you got hot spots here, like it's bubbling new oil that's been spilt and stuff. And then, you just shake your head. So we got the new improved design. We can get these cylinder heads running smooth and cool. Yes, at 180 degrees. And I thank to Sir Rodney for upgrading us those thermostats. So let's get this crap off, and then we can start fresh. All right, get this crap off and we'll start over, start fresh. We want to save this motor. We want to drive this grader, with no brakes. We'll just drop the moldboard and that'll be our stopping. Yes. All right, let's continue on with this project. Okay, at 6:30 we got the gas side of the motor stripped right down, and we took up the radiator shrouds off and the grill guard, or the grill. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was so pissed off at this thing, I never oiled it down. Usually I soak it down with diesel fuel, make it so it's easy to come apart. This is the first rad I've done. Never did it to it. I don't know why. All right, so the main objective here was to get this pump off, because I think that's why I quit working on it. The starter went, and this thing was trying on diesel, but it wouldn't go. And there's these little plungers in here that go up and down to make the fuel pressure to make the injectors work. So the first one is these three, the back one is these three. So you can get them to run on the front cylinders, but you can't get them to run on the back. So now we take this injection pump off, put it in on the bench, and we can take it apart and clean it because it's usually just gummed up. See, 2017, I was just learning these things. By 2019, with the TD9s known as the twins, those ones there, major injection problems and stuff like that. In the past, I was taking these pumps off and sending them to people in the south who screwed me. Yeah, the curse of reverse. The guy paid him a lot of money to fix the pump and it didn't work. Yeah, well, that's a long story. All right, I think I've told about it in a few of the books, I think, or on the videos here. All right, let's get this mess cleaned up. We got to seal up the front of the motor here so we don't want anything to go in, and get these tools put away and tarp this motor. So it's pretty good, quite positive. I'm happy to be working on it. I didn't plan on working on it today, but I overdid it with the cutting of the firewood. Yes, all that banana trees, unreal.
Thursday morning in WHO-ville. It's just after 7 a.m. and I'm rolling out of bed to let the dogs out. As you can see, it is pretty foggy out here this morning with all that rain and the cold temperatures. We got a lot of fog. It looks like a scary movie. You can't even see down the street. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, and make breakfast. Just after 9 a.m. and I'm getting ready for work. This is the temperature we're sitting at this morning. It's 10 degrees Celsius, which is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It's been pretty nice out this morning other than all that fog, but the sun is trying to peek out and we even have some blue sky. It is pretty cloudy out still, so maybe we'll get some rain. Let's head inside, let the dogs out, and get ready for work. Almost 10 a.m. and I'm just getting ready to head to work. As you can see, the sun is shining now and lots of blue sky, but it's kind of windy out and still a little chilly, so let's head inside, let the dogs back in, and get to work. 12 p.m. and I just made it home for my lunch break. As you can see, it is still pretty sunny out, but the clouds are rolling in and it's getting warm and windy. The sandflies are also pretty bad, so let's head inside, let the dogs out quickly, and make lunch. Just after 1 p.m. and I'm getting ready to head back to work. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's 16 degrees Celsius, which is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, get ready, and head to work. Just after 6 p.m. and I made home from work. It was a pretty good afternoon. I already got the quad and trailer out. I have to head over to the kingdom and grab a few jerry cans of fuel. That way my dad can run the loader and do some more landscaping. So let's head on over and see what he's up to. Almost 6:30 and I just made it to the kingdom. Looks like I have 3 jerry cans of diesel to fill up, so let's head on back into WHO-ville and do that, and then we'll see what the price was. After 6:30 I made it back to the kingdom. For 3 jerry cans of diesel was $118, and it was $1.56 a liter, which is pretty good. Now it's time to put all the jerry cans away and then unhook this trailer, and I have to hook up to the wood trailer and drag it back down the north trail. In behind the house now, and I'm already hooked up to the log trailer, so now I just have to wait for my dad, and then he can drive it in around the bush. And I'm pretty sure he's just parking it at the front of the north trail here, and I'll get a couple videos for you guys. Made it down the north trail and we just dropped off the log trailer. Now my dad can pick up all these dead sticks and trees and everything that's on the ground to make it look nice and pretty from when we walk down here. So let's head back over to the house and see what my dad's up to. 7 p.m. and I'm officially done in the kingdom. Made sure to grab my dog treats. Now I'll head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather. Just after 7 p.m. and I made home from the kingdom and put the quad away. This is the temperature we're sitting at this evening. It's 16 degrees Celsius, which is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It's been pretty nice towards the end of the day. As you can see, there's not many clouds in the sky. It's actually really warm. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, end of the day at 7 o'clock. The staff showed up. We got that wagon into the farm wagon is in the wilderness, so we can load it up. Yes, the dogs like working in 2 different spots. We take turns each day, different spots, so they got different smells. Yes, and it was very relaxing working on the grader, knowing that I'm smarter now than I was in 2017, and I can fix a lot of stuff that I wasn't able to fix back then. All right, look at the flags. Yes, it was a very relaxing day today, because Dick was flying away from here. He wasn't buzzing me. I wasn't having to wait for him to freaking fly off so I could do my videos. Also, too, we have a recording studio. Yes, right there. That's a recording studio, so I can take my Amazon books and make them audible. Plus, I built it so we can rent it out to other Amazon authors who want to make their books audible. But with Dick flying over you lose 3 minutes of record time because of his antics. And in the attitude of WHO-ville, like, we don't want Amazon authors coming up here, and hanging out. Most of these authors go to the real Alaska and rent pricey places to record their books. Yes, that's the joys. WHO-ville has a hard time marketing free beer, so we're no sense bringing in authors or anything like that. All right, enough of this crap. Let's get to go here. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and make a video. Oh, I think I drank too much already. Oh well. Talk to you later.